Alright, Travis Wayne Goodsoul here. I just got back from my run and was checking YouTube for the excitement from last night. And lo and behold, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you know, the Mormons, of whom they dare not say that name no more. They are now ashamed of Mormon. So, yeah. But they had a video on their channel, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints channel. They've been doing topic videos. And of course they're all lies and misinformation, as they leave out pertinent information subject to the topic that they're trying to discuss. One such was one that was done last night during the impeachment. And so I thought I'd share with you my comment. I hope it was posted. I may not have posted it. Oops. Because I wanted to preserve it, so I copy and pasted it into a Word file, and I'm going to read that to you. But I may have signed out before replying. Oops. Okay, so I'll have to copy and paste it back into the video. They may screen it and not allow it to be shown. So, fun. Well, it was Joseph Smith and Masonry. And I just was yelling and screaming at the computer screen during the whole thing, because it was just atrocious what they were doing in that video. So here's my reply, and you will get a sense of the feelings within me. And it's perfect timing with the impeachment of Trump last night, because Trump is not gone from office. He's still in office. And I was going to do a video about what's next for America, as he's going to shut down the government again this Friday. But anyway, so here's me talking to the church site. No, guys, your audience now has 1 billion questions, not unlike the hundreds of billions of dollars in tithing you are scamming. You catch on to that one? That's a recent scandal of the church. You gloss over the history and purposely misinform and disinform your audience. You didn't mention the anti-Mason movement of 1826, when Joseph Sr. was a master Mason, and what it means to be a master Mason in the community. You then have to discuss William Morgan, whom Joseph Sr. would have known and orchestrated his disappearance, and whom was among the first group, William Morgan, of those baptized for the dead. You didn't mention which rites the Smiths were a part of, nor the different one Brigham Young belonged to, and those of his converts who became the secret society of Danites without the Smiths' knowledge. You did not mention Martin Harris was on an anti-Mason committee in Palmyra, and why Martin destroyed the 116 pages of the Book of Mormon, which gets blamed on his wife. See, I've done the history. I've published the book. I've done the videos. I know what's missing from this video that this guy was doing for the church. Let's see. You did not mention the Masonic coding within the Book of Mormon. For example, I then list Nephi building a Temple of Solomon, Jacob, which in Hebrew is he who usurps, and his brethren ado speech, or Jacob, the king of the kingmen, who destroyed the Nephites, separating them into tribes before the coming of Jesus, which is a pattern of the latter days, as the Book of Mormon warns us today. Do not put King Trump on the throne of America. Excuse me. From the warning coding of King Mosiah, as he gave up the throne to establish a constitutional government with the reign of judges. You Mormons know this. You love the Book of Mormon. You read it every day. You ponder and pray. You failed to mention that Joseph Jr. did not make the temple rituals the same as Freemasonry, nor did he have magic underwear, with the Mason square and compass on the breasts. That was all Brigham Young, after Joseph was murdered the year he ran for president of the United States. See the difference? Joseph Smith running for president to save America. Trump, president to destroy America. And now we get to Brigham Young. You did not mention that Brigham established a kingdom of Deseret. Let's see. In Mexico territory, with himself as king of Deseret. You see the differences that's going on here? And had Willard Richards, the murderer of Joseph Jr. He was the one who shot him in the back as he was over the body of his dead brother Hiram, whom John Taylor murdered as they were wrestling for my third great grandfather's gun. For example, he had Willard Richards alter the records and manufacture records to justify sin and crime, placing the blame on Joseph Jr. For example, polygamy is condemned 3 times in the Book of Mormon, and Joseph's anti-polygamy chapter in his 1835 Doctrine and Covenants, which was replaced by Brigham Young in his version of the Doctrine and Covenants in 1876, the year before he died, and the year after he was thrown in jail by one of his ex-wives, which explains why Section 132 orders the death of any unfaithful polygamous wife. Read it. Spend too much time reading the Book of Mormon, not understanding it, and you're missing out on all the good stuff in the Doctrine and Covenants. Go to the Doctrine and Covenants Wikipedia page. It shows you when the chapters were included in the Doctrine and Covenants. 1844, by the way, was after Joseph Smith was murdered, in case you're wondering if you go to it. And so thus, in order to confirm that they were Joseph's, you have to find a publication during Joseph's time separate from the Doctrine and Covenants, like the Times and Seasons, for Section 85, for example, which was also put in 1876. That's how you do research. That's how you figure out the truth of history, is confirming that Joseph Smith was the author. You need to stop lying to Mormons, deceiving them in such a manner as to blind them to the truth, creating a stumbling block for Mormons, as the great and abominable church did in Nephi's dream of the Jewish mystical tree of life, which is another historical topic you refuse to inform Mormons of. So, yes, I was furious. I was pissed. Just unbelievable, the atrocities of the church. So let me do this video and put back this into the comments.